you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all time. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you. That will steal your mineral resources. They are preparing themselves already, planting themselves in different positions. That is why you see when you talk to them about the reality of life, they will never listen to you. When you break it into pieces, the reality of life, that in this very contraption called Nigeria, the only thing that will keep it right, first of all, is to conduct a referendum. Let the people decide their fate. After the people must have decided their fate, then you can now have a constitution which will now allow you to conduct a credible election to select a leader. That is the solution and the only solution. But these people will not buy into it. One of our elders, Pa Aya Adebanjo, said the same thing. Pa Aya Adebanjo said the same thing, that a referendum or restructuring must be done before anything called election in this zone. Only then and then can you get things right. But that our elder statesman, an old man of 90-something years, he has no support. He spoke that word, he repeated it recently. But there was nobody to support him. He left them to their fate. Truth is bitter, but it must be told. That is why I thank God for the social media. This is a place where we bring it raw, the way it is. Those things they will not like to say in their conventional media, those things they will censor in conventional media, we come here and we throw it to the public, raw. Just like you see the interview that Arise Television send their journalists abroad to go and interview Masisa Monepa. After the interview, they were scared to air it. They refused to air the interview. Trust our spokesperson, Masisa Monepa. He's not a small fish to fry. He has aired the interview in his own platform. That is how formidable he is. Our spokesperson, Masisa Monepa, has the other experience. He's a politician, in case you forgot. When he told you that he's 50 men in one, it wasn't a joke. When he said he's 50 men in one, it's not a joke. That is why when I see certain propaganda and certain things I see online, I laugh. Masisa Monepa is a lawyer in Finland, a practicing lawyer in Finland. He knows the law. A politician in Finland, a counselor. A counselor. That is how the Finland government addressed him. He's a counselor in Finland. And you think he will just come out and say things and ignore the implication in that very country called Finland. Finland is a country ruled by the rule of law. They know the rule of law. They respect law and order. And our spokesman, Masisa Monepa, cannot do anything lawless in Finland, let alone when he is part of the government. He can't. Chukwu Okukabema prepared him for today. The hour has come. Our spokesperson, Masisa Monepa, he has done his own. I'm telling you that he has almost done his own part. One of the things that is keeping us standstill now is the Biafran people. The area that needs to be kicked off now is the Biafran people, you and I. You that is watching me, any place you're watching. Share this video to your family and friends. Make sure you share this video to anybody connected to you, that it is time for us to do our own part. Our Supreme Leader Mazen Nande Kanu came on board. He laid a solid foundation on a rock. A rocky foundation that even if you throw an atomic bomb, it will still stand. That is how solid the foundation Mazen Nande Kanu laid is. And before he was kidnapped and taken away from our midst, because of his spiritual insight and inspiration, he prepared someone else, a disciple
spring out from him. Mazi Simon Ekpa. Anointed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He didn't Holy Spirit. He anointed him openly before the whole world. He said, go and listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa, share his videos. He is bringing a new dimension to the struggle. He didn't stop there. After he's kidnapped, the very first opportunity he has to speak to people, he said, Mazi Simon Ekpa, go forth and run the affairs of Biafra until I come back on board. As if that is not enough, in the recent memo that come out, he told the Department of Sabotua, the criminal that had been sacked, he told them, whatever Mazi Simon Ekpa say or do not respond to him. Do not intercept, do not interject. Whatever Mazi Simon Ekpa does or says, don't intercept. What sort of endorsement are you looking? What endorsement else are you looking for? What else are you looking for? And you have heard Mazi Simon Ekpa, even in his present interview, when he was abused by an international journalist, he said it. Even in Finland, he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I see him as my leader. He is my leader. As far as the IPOB is concerned, as far as the Biafran struggle is concerned, he is my leader. I am the spokesperson of the Biafran people. That was how he introduced himself. He never claimed to be the leader of the struggle or leader of Biafra. Never ever did. And not intending to. He is busy doing what he's supposed to do. Opening the gate wide for you and I. And today, some of us are shutting the gate back by ourselves. A wide gate that has opened so that the whole Biafrans will pass through and everybody will be safe and secure. Some people are making that gate narrow. Some people are making that gate shrink. But I tell you, if you're one of those people who is standing as a hindrance to the progress and freedom of the Biafran people, I'm sorry for you. Because you might not live to tell the story of what is going to happen. You might not live to tell the story of what is going to happen. You know, most of the time when we thought they call it a bluff, the same thing when the 5 days at home was called. You saw what happened. Some of the clowns, some of those who have already been sworn to, some of those who have already destined for sacrifice, they didn't come, they refused to be until when they begin to happen. When the zoological republic came after them, when the enemy came after them and began to take their life, now they begin to shout and they cry back to us again. Some of them began to blackmail us that we are the one taking their lives. But we warn you beforehand. We know the enemy we are dealing with. We know the Pharaoh we are dealing with. A Pharaoh that will never allow, even when he has given you freedom, he will chase you until the Red Sea. That is the enemy we are dealing with. We have seen this enemy play their template over and over again. Why are you still confused? Why are you still exposing yourself? You have seen this enemy play their template over and over again to blackmail a legitimate protest. Every time there is a legitimate protest in that Zoological Republic, ranging from the NSAS, you saw them organize a different group to go and attack innocent people during NSAS. We saw it on video. We saw the DSS use their own car to drop thugs to go and fight people who were protesting for NSAS. You saw it on video. The video is still online. The video is still online where they sponsored people to begin to fight against the legitimate agitators. And at the end of the day, what happened? They succeeded and then they branded the agitators criminals. They gave them different kinds of names. And finally they opened fire and they took lives in Lekki Toll Gate. Nobody was held responsible up to today. Even after that, they denied it until CNN came on board and began to reveal certain things. The enemy we are dealing with, unrepentant, they can do anything to keep that very evil, to hold you down. That is the instruction from the British. But if you are sensible, mainly the Biafran people, What is happening today is going to affect every single person in this republic. No whether you are a Biafra or not a Biafra. As long as you're indigenous, prepare yourself. What's going to happen is going to affect you. But you that is a Biafran, you are supposed to be thankful and prepare yourself now, because we are going home. You're supposed to key in anything you know you can do. Start obey simple instruction. Obey it. It will keep you alive and safe. We are tired of losing people. We are tired of wasting lives of our own people. We are tired of seeing our own people's life being wasted by the zoo. That is why we cry online on daily basis and tell you to please obey instructions. Listen to a man, Simon Ekpa. Twitter, go to Twitter and follow man on his Twitter one handle. Go to Twitter. After this program, run as fast as you can. Go to Twitter and begin to retweet every tweet that Master Simon Ekpa have tweeted. Retweet it. Every single tweet you see from Master Simon Ekpa, continue to retweet it. Continue to retweet it. If you're not on Twitter, begin to run as fast as possible after this program to go get yourself connected to Twitter so that you can be able to retweet every single tweet that comes. Master Simon Ekpa has laid a foundation that you and I will follow. The gate is wide open for us to walk into Biafra. But some people are trying to shrink that gate. If you're one of those that is trying to shrink that gate, you might be crushed in the process. You might not be there to tell the story of what is going to happen. It might be, your message might be to go to Chukwu Okike and explain to him what you are doing, why other people were preparing. Don't say you are not warned. Don't say you are not told. How many times will something happen to you before you learn your lesson? How many times? How many times are you going to be attacked before you learn your lesson? How many people are going to die before you learn your lesson? How many lives will be wasted before you learn your lesson? A question every one of us must answer. You must pay attention to the time that we are in. This is not the time to play around. This is not the time to joke around. This is not the time to play. We are in a moment of seriousness. In a moment that to be serious about what we are doing. We can't be playing around. So I beg you, in the name of Chukwu Okike, any place you are at this moment, prepare yourself. Be focused. Do not gamble into what you do not know. Don't gamble with your life. Going forward, don't say you are not warned. There's one thing I want to tell you. Listen, there is no amount of blackmail that will make us stop going into Biafra in 2023. I want you to get that into your head. There is no amount of blackmail that will make us to stop walking into our freedom. That's blackmail. Is not good. There is no amount of blackmail that will work. It doesn't matter how you try. It doesn't matter who sent you. It doesn't matter your strategy. It will not work. The earlier you get that into your skull, the better for you. You see this Biafra that is coming? No man born of a woman can stop it. It is not because I am saying it, not because we are saying it, is because it is the mandate of Chukwu Okike. In that mandate that we are kidding, nobody anywhere will stop us. No matter how you try, no matter the angle you want to take, you can never ever stop us. The earlier you prepare yourself, the better. If you don't want to fight for your freedom, it's left for you. But at the same time, you cannot stop those who want their own freedom. As I have explained in my past videos about democratic rights, I have explained in the past. Those of you who parade yourself about talking about democracy, you preach and say it's a question, it's a matter of number. That democracy is a game of number. There is no doubt in the world today that the majority of people in Biafra land, all they need is Biafra, independence. That is what they want. So why are you not giving it to them? There's no doubt about it. And when you talk about leaving people for democracy rights, majority of the people in Biafra land, about 90%, want to demonstrate their democratic rights by not being part of this fraudulent entity. They want to speak loud. That is how they have chosen to demonstrate their own democratic rights. And they are speaking through our spokesperson, Master Simon. We have spoken loud and say, we do not want to be part of this very contraption. We want to demonstrate our own democratic rights in a different form by not being part of the electoral process. It is a right that every one of us has. The right of choice to choose between one and the other. That right is a human right embedded in every human being that cannot be denied. The right to make a choice, where to be, where to go, at all times, at your own will. You can't deny us that right. At the same time, remember the right of self-defense. These are the two important rights that must be implemented fully in Biafra land today. The Biafran people have activated these two rights fully. Just as they say, those of them who want to go and participate in the Zoom, they talk about vote wisely. For us, express your democratic rights wisely. That is what we say. Express your democratic rights wisely. And the Biafran people have taken that wise decision of going away from the fraudulent entity and their agents that have been planted and showcased. Today, they are everywhere parading themselves as messiahs, as leaders, parading themselves as contestants and whatever. They're everywhere, projecting themselves and presenting themselves. But I tell you, it is going to shock them. It is going to shock them. The referendum has started from today. The whole world, every eye is on Biafra land. They want to know how serious we are to go home. I want every Biafran to get that into their head. The world want to know how serious you are to go home. Is it by coming online on daily basis to shout and make noise? Is that the only way you want to go home? Is it by being on social media 24 hours? They want to see actions on the ground. Actions that show that, yes, these people, they want to go home. Our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandekan, he has done a marvelous job. He has led us well. Mazen Nandekan carried us and led us up till this very time. He led us well. He showed us things that we never knew in the past. He brought closer to us things that we ignore. He just left us alone today. He gave us somebody who can be speaking on our behalf until when he joins us. Whatever happens today, you have to take responsibility. Every single Biafran, wherever you are on the planet Earth today, you have to take responsibility. Mazen Nandekano cannot kill himself for you. He has done his part. And today, Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing a marvelous job, opening the gate wide. And there you are, shutting yourself up. As I have always said, my own responsibility here is to call your attention. My responsibility is to encourage you and let you know where you are going wrong. My responsibility is to remind you of some things that you have forgotten. There is nothing new that I'm going to tell you here that you haven't had before. There's no message. I don't have any new message to give to you. I'm only reminding you of things you have been told for a very long time. Maybe out of forgetfulness or out of ignorance and all that, you decide not to pay attention to this. What we do online on a daily basis is to call attention of people to know what the time is, what they are forgetting, and to call back their attention. And we continue to do that until Biafra comes. It doesn't matter what anybody does. It doesn't matter your propaganda, your blackmail. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We will continue to be here to remind you until that D-Day. So that when you see yourself before Chukwu Kabiam, if you make that mistake and you put yourself in harm's way, if you volunteer yourself as the sacrificial lamb, you have yourself to blame. When you get to Chukwu Kabiam, he will ask you, what were you told? You say you had, but you never believed. You say you were told, but you didn't take it serious. Then your blood will be on your head. You have to learn from people's mistake. That is how wise people do. You learn from people's mistake. A whole lot of people have made this mistake in the past. They made a mistake, a great mistake from all angles. Some of them didn't have the opportunity to correct the mistake. There are certain mistakes you make in life. You will never, ever have the opportunity to correct it anymore. That is why it is important that every one of us will be careful what we do and what we say. Where we go and how we go about things. We must be very, very careful. We must be very, very careful. Chukwu Kabiama, who kept you and I alive. 2023 have a reason for doing so. He has a reason for doing so. It wasn't for fun or for joke. He didn't just say it. He said so because it was necessary. He said so because it was something that is important. And I bet you, if you don't take things serious, you might never live to tell the story. May Chukwu guide us and protect us and give us that spirit to understand words and put everything that we have had into practice. My brother Solomon, you've been trying to join, and I think the network is really troubling you today, my brother Solomon. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you from my location. Good afternoon.
Your network is always giving you a tough time. So whenever you have your time, speak.
Honestly, I am so glad to see you once again.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for making it possible. This is the first day of our historic sit at home. A day we have decided to show our readiness and willingness to leave the zoo contraction called Nigeria. We are tired of what is going on. We are tired of the killing. We are tired of hardship. We are tired of frustration and burning of our houses and villages, even bushes, our farms. We are tired of all those things. So we decided to show our readiness so the whole world will watch and see that we are not interested in the zoo again. So I thank you, Kabiama, for made it possible for us to start a successful journey of our freedom. And even though some of our people are still adamant somehow, I believe to come by tomorrow, many of them will comply 100%. You know, there's a word the normal said in Igbo language. Only Igbo have about some less million majority. You know, at times, people know they always take things serious. So let's think who can well, you will now start learning there and there. So I can believe who name those guys in there, because when somebody posts something for me, and I reply to him that if those people did not take time, Nigeria will happen to them. And when Nigeria will happen to them, it will not come out to public to mention it again, because she will be covering you. When your people are talking about going and not telling me about someone that is not willing to go. Are you telling me to go and flog me or not? Talk for yourself. Today I'm in my house. Does not mean I don't have what to do, but I want this thing to come. I'm interested so that my children will have future, have hope. Not that when I suffer finish and I die, I will leave them, they will continue suffering where I stop. It's bullshit. So I thank you about my premium, who made it possible for us today. And I believe to go care about that our leader will be happy wherever he is, knowing full well that the fire, the light, the journey that he has started will not stop halfway, even though that surrounded him, betrayed him. To go care about allow him to do so. So that the people he trusted that will carry on even when he's not around are doing the needful. So I believe that Chukwu Kiabiyama will use this success and progress we are making to console his heart, give him more health and energy and encouragement while we are in front facing the youth. So I later watched the interview that our spokesperson grant to Arise TV. Even though I have said it, they refuse to air it. Put it on social media so that the whole world will see. For you to see that our freedom is not in their hand. It is we that will fight our way through. So we are not expecting anybody to help us. We to see that we do something. They'll say, these people are doing something. Okay, it's true. Now let them go. But if we are expecting them to come and help us now, it will look like we are not serious. So, and I believe Chukwu Kiabiyama, we are doing it to them. So